Hey guys, what's up? How you doing? So welcome back to In Sports. And yes guys, this is the first time after over a month that I'm here back again. I wasn't active on this channel because I've got daily stuff to deal with. That's why. And finally again I got this opportunity to come back on this channel, and today we're gonna talk about Nepal versus Myanmar, the friendly international that is going to be held at Yangon, Myanmar, at Thon Stadium. So this is I think the first time Nepal is playing after I don't know how many years. Last time they played was back in 2007 or 8, I'm not sure. And this is gonna be the second time these two teams are playing against each other. Last time they were beaten by 3-0, and this time I think it's gonna be a little competitive, because when you look at Myanmar, they are not as sharp as what they used to be before, back in the day of, I would say, 10 years back. Not like on the 60s and 70s. Come on man, 60s and 70s, they used to be like a powerhouse of Southeast Asia. They were winning the medals, gold medals in Asian games, even in Southeast Asian, I don't know, football championship. They were winning all the medals. And now, the last 3 or 4 years, the scenario of football has changed a little bit, and the downfall has started in Myanmar football. But now again, I would say the last few months they are trying to climb up the stairs. Even the ranking is not as promising as before, but still, if they keep continuing this trend, I'm sure they're gonna easily climb up to the ladder on FIFA ranking. So the Myanmar Football Federation has appointed Germany coach Michael Fechtenbeiner on a 2-year contract starting from March 2023. So what I'm looking here right now is those games that Myanmar had played after he was instated as a coach in Myanmar national football team. So when we look into the last 5 matches that Myanmar played, they played against Vietnam on the 3rd of January 2023. They were beaten by 3-0. And again on 22 March 2023, that was a Tri-Nation Cup featuring India, Myanmar and Kyrgyzstan. So it was played in India, Impal, and India was able to get a victory against Myanmar by 1-0. That was a really tight match, as I saw the video. It was like 55-45, 55 to India and 45 to Myanmar. And again they played against Kyrgyzstan on the same tournament. That was a draw against Kyrgyzstan, 1-1. And against China in Dalian, I think, they were beaten by 4-0. It was a one-sided game. And again, in the same venue, they played against Macau, where they were able to get upper hand against Macau, defeating them by 2-0. And these are the squad that Myanmar Football Federation has announced for Nepal friendly. And they've got few players playing out of the country. They've got players playing in Cambodia, and most of them playing in Thailand, and one of them playing in Indonesia, and the rest are in Myanmar. So it looks like it's gonna be a tough battle for the Nepalese side against Myanmar, especially when Nepal is playing against them at their own backyard. Obviously, when the visiting country is traveling overseas and then playing against the host country in the overseas condition, it's always a challenge. And for a team like Nepal, when it comes to the FIFA ranking, Nepal is at 175, whereas Myanmar, they are ranked at 160. So now coming back to the Nepalese side, the Italian coach Vincenzo Albertanese, he is having a hard time dealing with the changing of the players, because those players that he chose during the South Championship, which was not even 2 months back, now almost like 40 to 45% of the players has left the team. They are no more in the team now. And in his recent interview, he was saying that this is the first time ever he is facing this kind of situation where, you know, there is uncertainties of players in terms of availability, because there's a trend right now in Nepal. Is like a lot of players, once they represent the national team and then they start leaving Nepal for better future overseas. Particularly right now, the popular destination for Nepalese players to go and live is Australia. But again, in the brighter side, this time around, coach Vincenzo Alberto Anase, he finally got enough time to cooperate with the players. Unlike the South Championship, which was about 1.5 or 2 months ago, where Nepal went into that tournament with just 4 to 6 days of training under Vincenzo. So that was not enough time for any coach around the world to have cooperation with his team. But this time around, Vincenzo Alberto Anase, he is getting enough time. So let's see how things will turn out against Myanmar. So we've got 2 chances. The first is on today, and the second is on the 11th. So let's see how Nepal is gonna fare up in these 2 friendly internationals. In order to fill the gap, he called in some new faces into the team, and they are Dinesh Henjan, Chiring Lama, Yusuf Thapalia, Asis Gurung, Gillespie Jangkarki, Utsav Rai and Anjan Rai. So these are the final squad that the coach has announced. Goalkeeper Kiran Kumar Limbu, Deep Karki, Abhishek Baral. Defenders, we've got Sunny Shrestha, Ananta Tamang, Asis Gurung, Rohit Chand, Anjan Rai, Chiring Lama. And on the midfield, we have Eric Bista, Sudeep Gurung, Laken Limbu, Awas Lamitane, Utsav Rai, Kritis Ratna Tuju. And in the forward line, we have Ayush Kalan, Noik Shrestha, Anjan Bista, Manish Tangi, Ashit Chaudhary, Gillespie Jangkarki, Dinesh Henjan, and Yusuf Thapalia. And the weather is going to be more important for the Nepalese side. So tomorrow weather is going to be between 31 degree to 26 degrees centigrade with thunderstorms and a bit of overcast conditions. But I think it's not going to be that much of a difference for the Nepalese side, because back home also, this condition is like this, similar to this, although the temperature is a little bit different, a little bit lower side, but still I think the Nepalese side will manage the conditions in Myanmar. So whatever happens in the first match, if there is anything missing out, then we can make it correct in the second match. So it's gonna be a new challenge again, as usual, with the Nepalese team, the team that actually has never had a stable team members. They always go into the tournament, into the new match, always with like 60% of the players being a permanent member and 40% the newcomers. So definitely it's going to be a challenging moment for the newcomers if they get into that first 11 lineup. And again, it's going to be a learning phase for these guys also. And there's another match after 3-4 days against the same opponent, and we can actually see where we were and where we will be. So it's gonna be interesting battle for the Nepalese against the Myanmar side in Myanmar. Yeah. So my final thoughts relating with the outcome of this first international friendly. The best result that Nepal can draw out of this match is, I think, the draw. And Myanmar, it's going to be a win for them. the draw will definitely gonna make them on happier side, whereas Nepal on the other side will have a best result if they come out with a draw in this first match. But what I expect is Nepal to play as they play usually, coming at the front, defending. I really want them to defend at the front, just like the Argentinian, how they defend, just coming onto the center and keep pressing them. I would like to see Nepalese side doing this tomorrow, and I hope, let's see, I hope they play this style. I think this way they can learn a lot. For sure they can learn a lot, those high intensity match where you are on the back foot and still you come at the front. That's what I really want to see Nepal doing tomorrow. And I would like to wish Nepal team all the best, and do whatever you feel is best for the team. Alright, see you after the game tomorrow. Good luck. Bye.